Hello friends, welcome to our channel. In this lecture, I would like to explain another example, that is example 5. Analyze the portal frame by using moment distribution method. See here, this problem will comes under the sway analysis. So what are the condition for getting sway analysis here means? So both ends are fixed. At the same time, equal heights of the column and equal moment of inertia. So three conditions satisfied for the non-sway analysis. But here there will be an eccentric load acting on a span BC. Therefore, this frame will comes under the sway analysis. So what are the conditions satisfied here for the sway analysis on a particular span BC? Here a point load is acting at a distance of 6 meters from the left support and 2 meters from the right support. So here the loading is in unsymmetrical manner. Due to the unsymmetrical loading on the frame, this frame will comes under the sway analysis. For example, this point load is acting exactly at the center means there will be symmetrical loading on the frame. Then it will comes under the non-sway analysis. So already I solved one example based on the non-sway analysis in the last lecture itself. Today I will explain another example based on the sway analysis. Again, you please remember two more conditions based on the sway analysis. This frame will comes under the general sway. So there will be two conditions for the sway analysis. So one will be general sway. Another will be pure sway. So what is pure sway and what is general sway? See here, if loading is given which is an unsymmetrical manner, the type of problems will comes under the general sway analysis. Here what will comes under the pure sway analysis? So this is a frame. The force is given exactly along the span BC. See here, this is B. So whatever the end conditions, maybe it will be fixed or maybe it will be simply supported or fixed or simply supported, no problem. So you please remember, whatever the frame, whenever a force is acting exactly along the span, along the beam BC, then the type of problem comes under the pure sway analysis. But whenever loading conditions is given which is in unsymmetrical manner, the type of frames will comes under the general sway analysis. So what are the procedure for general sway analysis? For general sway analysis, you can carry the problem by using two steps. So one will be, first step is non-sway analysis. So solve the entire problem by using non-sway analysis. Already while solving the non-sway analysis problem, I shown this model. So in what way I have to carry this non-sway analysis? So here, while solving non-sway analysis problem in general sway, you will get some of the horizontal forces at a particular joint will be equal to some force. So not equal to 0. You will get some force. For that force, again you can solve the problem in the next step by using sway analysis. So you please remember these two steps. So whenever general sway will be is given, you can solve the problem by using non-sway analysis, again sway analysis. Whenever pure sway will be given, you can solve the problem only by taking sway analysis only. So by using column moments. I will explain both the models in the next lecture also. So here today they will given general sway problem. So I will explain that problem. So our first step is to solve the non-sway analysis. What I told here, non-sway analysis. So this entire non-sway analysis procedure will be same as the previous model. So our first step is to solve the fixed moments. So our first step is used to solve the fixed moments. See here, what are the fixed moments here? There will be no loads acting on this column A, B and C, D. Therefore, fixed moment for AB equal to fixed moment for BA, again fixed moment for CD and fixed moment for DC will be equal to 0, because there will be no loading conditions given on the columns AB and CD, but there will be point load is acting eccentrically on span BC. So what is that formula? So fixed moment for span BC, that one will be equal to minus WA B square by L square. So what is W here? 12. So distance A will be 6 meters and B will be 2 meters, means 2 square, which is 4 by L square. Total length of this span will be 8 meters. If you simplify that one directly, you will get minus 4.5 kilonewton meter. Again fixed moment for span CB. So plus W A square B by L square. So already people know the formula, fixed moment formulas for eccentrical load placed on a beam. Then substitute all the values. 12 into A square is 6 square into 2 by L square, which is 8 square. So if you simplify this one, you will get directly plus 13.5 kilonewton meter. So after solving the fixed moments, our next step is used to find the distribution factors. So see here, so what are the conditions for the distribution factors, for finding the distribution factors? See here, there will be two joints on a frame, that is B and C. So for connecting members for that particular joint B will be BA and BC. See here, joint will be B, connecting members will be BA and BC. Similarly for joint C, connecting members will be CB and CD. And what is the relative stiffness? Already I told you so many times, whenever far end is fixed, your relative stiffness will be equal to this I by L. Whenever far end is simply supported, your relative stiffness will be equal to 3 by 4 times of I by L. Here both at A and D it will be fixed. Intermediate supports B and C are also taken as the fixed conditions. Therefore, all the conditions will be equal to fixed only. Therefore, our far end fixed condition. For example, while talking about BA, A is fixed here. I am at the B and seeing A means A is fixed condition. Similarly, for BC, C is fixed condition only. For both here what is your relative stiffness? It will be I by L. Similarly for BC also it will be I by L. And what about CB? I am at the C. Looking B means B is also intermediate support, considered as the fixed one. Similarly D also fixed. Therefore here also you will get I by L and here also you will get I by L. And coming here, what is I? There is no moment of inertia is given in the columns, therefore taken as constant. And L, so length of the particular column AB or BA will be equal to 4, therefore I by 4. Similarly here for BC, I by total overall span BC will be equal to 8 meters. Similarly for CB it will be I by 8 only. Similarly for CD, I by length of the column CD will be equal to 4 only. Then total relative stiffness at a particular joint, we have to sum these two, BA plus BC. Therefore I by 4 plus I by 8. If you simplify this one, you will get 3 I by 8. Similarly here also I by 8 plus I by 4. means sum of the members at a particular joint, which is CB plus CD. Therefore, you will get 3I by 8 only. Then what about distribution factors? For example, if I want to be a distribution factor, I am taking this one, I by 4 k by sigma k divided by this value 3I by 8. So if you simplify again this one directly, you will get 2 by 3. In the same way, if I want BC distribution factor, I am taking k value will be this I by 8. Again, this sum of the relative stiffness value will be equal to 3I by 8. Again, if you simplify this one, you will get directly 1 by 3. So you please simplify all these things by using your calculators. Similarly, in the same way, you can take down k value will be I by 8 and sigma k value will be equal to 3I by 8, k by sigma k. Therefore, you will get here 1 by 3 and 2 by 3 for this one. Okay, these are the procedure for finding the distribution factors. Then our next step is to go for the moment distribution table. See here, this is our moment distribution table. So this is, you please observe clearly. See here, end A will be fixed. Similarly, I am taking A and D will be fixed here, B and C. So even though it will be frame, you please take down the moment distribution table in the form of the continuous beams only. Okay. But while solving Canis method, you can take down the Canis diagram as it is like a frame. But while solving moment distribution method, even though it will be frame, you can take down that will be in the form of the continuous beam only. Then here A, B, C, D, I am taking at A for AB span, here it will be AB. Similarly for here, it will be BA, here BC. Similarly here CB, here it will be CD, and here it will be DC. Okay, then take down all the distribution factors. So what are the distribution factors here? 2 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 2 by 3. So distribution factors for that particular joints will be equal to here 2 by 3, here 1 by 3. So take down all those values. Here it will be 2 by 3. Similarly for BC distribution factor will be 1 by 3. Similarly here also 1 by 3. And here 2 by 3. Then go to the next step. So take down all the fixed moments. So take down these fixed moments for AB and for span AB, BA and DC and CD, it will be 0. For span BC and CB, it will be minus 4.5 and plus 13.5. So take down all these fixed moments here. Fixed moment for span AB will be equal to 0. Here also it will be 0 for span BA. For span BC it will be minus 4.50. For span CB it will be plus 13.5, 0. Then for span CD and DC it will be again 0 and 0. Then our next step is to find the balancing value. See here, what are the procedure for balancing? For example, I am solving balancing at joint B. See here, if I want balancing moment at joint B, so what I want to do here means, so sum of the moments means BA plus BC. If I will add these two moments means 0 minus 4.5. Again, if I want balancing moment at that particular joint BA means I will multiply with that particular value which is 2 by 3 for BA. Similarly, for BC means what I want to do means BA plus BC into that particular distribution factor which is 1 by 3 for BC. Similarly, for CB and CD 1 by 3 into 13.50. Similarly, for CD 2 by 3 into 13.50. Whatever the moment obtained after simplifying, you please change the value and take down that value. Means change the sign of that particular value. For example, I will show here. Minus 4.5 minus 4.5 into 2 by 3. So you will get minus 3. Here after simplifying you will get minus 3. If you will get minus 3 means just change the sign of that particular value means minus 3 means plus 3 and take down here. Which is plus 3. Similarly, again I want balancing value for BC means 0 minus 4.5 is minus 4.5 into 1 by 3. Minus 4.5 into 1 divided by 3. So simplify directly by using your calculators, you will get the values. That one will be equal to minus 1.5. So if you will get minus 1.5, take down plus 1.5. Just change the sign of that value and take down here. At the same time, go for this one plus 13.5 into 1 by 3. Simple one plus 13.5 into 1 divided by 3. So if you want balancing moment for span CB, that one will be equal to plus 3. So whenever you will get plus 3, I am taking here minus 3. Just I am changing the sign of that particular value. Again, if you want CD means can multiply with 2 by 3. 13.5 into 2 by 3. So that one will be equal to 9. Sorry, just check once again this value. 13.5 into 1 by 3. .5 into so you will get 4.5, not minus 3, you will get 4.5. So if you will get plus 4.5, take down here directly minus 4.5. So this one will be correct. That will be 9. Already I shown the last step. So this one will be plus 9. So take down minus 9. So after obtaining the balancing moments, then you can carry the moments to the other end. So that is also within the span. So always remember, so balancing will be takes place at the joints, but carryover will be takes place within the span. For example, AB to BA and BA to AB. Similarly, CB to BC and BC to CB. Similarly, CD to DC and DC to CD. So means carryover takes place within the span. Balancing will takes place at the joints. You please remember those two steps. So I am carrying exactly half of the moment to this other end. So what is the half of the moment? Plus 3 by 2, which is plus 1.5 here. So carry over moment. Carry over moment means plus 1.5. Similarly, carry this moment to here and this moment to here. So I will show you the symbols from where to where it will be carry, here to here and here to here. Similarly, here to here. If there will be any movement at A, it will carry to this end, but there will be no movement, therefore it will be 0 only. So minus 4.5 divided by 2, that one will be equal to minus 2.25. Simplify by using your calculators, you will get this value directly, which is minus 2.25. Here plus 1.5 divided by 2, that one will be equal to plus 0.75. Similarly, minus 9 divided by 2 will be equal to minus 4.5. So these are the carryover moments. Again, what is our next step? Again you have to go for the balancing and again carryover. Like that you have to repeat so many trials. How many trials you have to stop that balancing and carryover means up to after digit you will get minimum 2 digits 0 means 0.00, that is approximate and better value. At least you can go for after digit 10 means 0.0 some value. At least you can do trials up to that 0 point after digit 10. Otherwise it is better to go for 0.00 after digit 2 decimals will be 0. Okay, again at least you can go for after digit 1 decimal value will be 0. Like that you can go for so many trials. I will directly given the values, you please simplify that values here. See here, see here, all these are the values for the various styles. So if you stop up to here after digit there will be 10 means maybe there is a chance of getting the value up to 4.5 like this, but here I am going for another one more trial. See here after digit there will be 2 decimals, that is 0.00 like that. So then there is a chance of getting the values here 4.6 means there is an error of 0.1 means the value will be 4.5 4.6 within that range only. Therefore based on the time convenient in the semester examination you can solve the problem after digit 10 or 20, but you can solve up to 2 zeros means you will get approximate value for the frame. Then you please add all these values plus 1.5 plus 0.75 my plus 0.0208. So if you add all these values directly you will get that one will be equal to 2.32. Similarly you add all these values at BA plus 3 plus 1.45 which is plus 4.50, like that you have add remaining values means you will get 4.62 which is in positive term. Similarly at a particular joint some of the moments will be equal to 0, or else you can add all these values, then there is a chances of getting minus 4.61 or 4.62 very near value which is minus 4.62. I am taking that one. Similarly if you add all these values, so what is the value? Then there is a chance of getting plus 9.76 plus 9.76. Similarly here which is 9.76. and again you can add all these values minus 4.5, minus 0.25, minus 0.1250 and minus 0.006. Then directly you will get in terms of negative, which is minus 4.87 or 88, which is very closest value. Okay, then after obtaining all these final movements, based on these final movements you can find the horizontal reactions at A and D. Okay, I will show that procedure. So this is the frame. So I am taking here AB column. Then I will show for that column what is the force acting here. See here, I am taking this one. Then this movement will be AB movement. AB. Similarly, this is BA movement. So both are acting clockwise. Therefore, I am applying clockwise movement on that particular column. See here. So for AB, it will be acting clockwise towards B, which is 2.32 kilonewton meter. Similarly, BA. So B to A, which is acting clockwise only, which is 4.62. Okay. Then I want to find the horizontal reaction at A. So this is horizontal reaction. So HA. So therefore I am taking here directly HA. So what is the formula for this one? So for finding horizontal reaction, there will be one formula. You please remember that formula. Sum of the column moments. Sum of the column moments divided by its length of the column. So for finding horizontal reaction at A and D, you please remember this formula, sum of the column moments by its length of the column. So what are the column moments here? So that one will be 4.62 plus 2.32. So those two are the column moments plus 2.32 divided by length of the column means, which is this one, 4 meters, 4. So you add this one and divided by 4, directly you will get 1.74 kilonewtons. 1.74 kilonewtons. Similarly, so after obtaining that value, you please take down that one, 1.74 kilonewton. So I am assuming the direction like this, towards right. So here whatever the direction I am assume, after obtaining the value it will be positive, means my assumed direction is correct. Otherwise I will change the direction of that particular force. Okay. Then go for column CD. Similarly for column CD also I am doing same as it is. See here what are the column moments for both CD and DC. So here it will be CD and here it will be DC. So CD will be negative, which is anti-clockwise. So here I am applying anti-clockwise movement, which is 9.76 at C. Similarly for DC also it will be, observe clearly, for DC it will be minus 4.88. So that is, here I am applying negative. Again here also negative, which is 4.88. So for here this one 9.76 and here this one 4.88, and again I am assuming the direction of that particular force. So I am this time I am assuming the direction like this. So this one will be so take down this one as HD. Then go for the same formula. HD will be equal to sum of the column moments. What are the column moments here? Minus 9.76 by minus 4. So don't take negative value here. Why? Because already we are taking in the form of negative and positive only here. Based on the directions, we can see that one directly. So don't take negative value. I am applying directing anti-clockwise movement here. That is 9.76 plus 4.88 divided by its length of the particular column will be equal to 4 meters. So if you simplify both, you will get 9 plus 4 and 8, approximately that one will be equal to 3.66. If you simplify that one directly, you will get 3.66 kilonewton. So this one will be equal to 3.66 kilonewton. See here 3.66 kilonewton. Here I am taking one will be acting towards right and another will be acting towards left. If you sum these two, you will get the final value directly. See here HA will be 1.74, HD will be minus 3.66. If you add these two, HA plus see here I am taking sum of the moments, sum of the horizontal moments, sum of the horizontal moments. That one will be equal to sigma h will be equal to 0. So therefore HA plus HD will be equal to 0. Why? Because on a frame already we find these two values HA plus HD. So see here HA will be acting towards right, which is 1.74, and HD will be acting towards left, which is minus 3.76. Means one will be acting towards right. So this one will be acting towards right, this one will be acting towards left. That one will be equal to 1.74 minus 3.66. See here 1.74 minus 3.66. So if you simplify directly, you will get that one will be equal to minus 1.92 kilonewton. So sum of the horizontal force will be equal to minus 1.92 kilonewton, which is called sway force. That one will be equal to sway force. For example, if you solve the problem directly, non-sway analysis, which is not comes under the general sway, so you will get some of the horizontal forces will be equal to 0. But here under the general sway, we are solving non-sway analysis. So definitely you will get some force. That force will be called as sway force. So for this sway force, we are going to find the next again pure sway analysis. Then you will solve that problem. Again, you don't get confused here for solving horizontal reaction at A and horizontal reaction at D. So this is the problem. Sometimes this formula won't work out for this type of problem. Why? Because whenever a horizontal force will be given, at that time you have to add that horizontal force also. So for that purpose, it is better to go for the simplification. So I will show you that also for the simplification of the problem. In what way you have to simplify that one? I will show that one. See here. So in the general procedure, I will going to find this HA. So without any formula. So I will take here clockwise movements one side, again anti-clockwise movements another side. See here, I am taking moments about A. Sigma MA will be equal to 0. Then clockwise moments one side, anti-clockwise moments another side. So write down all the clockwise moments what are acting here towards A. Sorry, it is better to take clockwise moments towards B. Why? Because we are finding horizontal reaction at A. If you find horizontal reaction at this point means you will get directly 0. Therefore, I am finding horizontal sigma MB will be equal to 0. Then clockwise moments. I am taking clockwise moments here. One will be acting which is 4.62. Similarly, plus another one will be this 2.32. Then anti-clockwise moment. See here, horizontal force is acting like this and I am rotating up to B like this, which is acting anti-clockwise towards B. So therefore anti-clockwise moment, force into distance, HA into 4. HA into 4. So therefore I want HA. So what is the procedure? 4.62 plus 2.32 divided by this 4. Directly you will get plus 1.74. You take down the formula, sum of the column moments by its length of the column, you will get directly. But why I am showing in the format of the procedure? If there will be any horizontal force acting here like this, sometimes in the problems there is a chance of giving horizontal force. At the time, if you directly substitute in the formula, maybe there is a chance of confusing here. But while solving in the general procedure, you can take here plus that force into that distance. Then directly if you simplify, you will get a HA value. So always remember general procedure and this one. Again in the same way, you can solve this HB. So if you solve in the format in the general procedure, you won't get any confusion for these forces, whether it will be acting towards right or towards left. See here, I am solving this one. Sigma MC will be equal to 0. Sigma MC will be equal to 0. Therefore, I am taking clockwise moments. So this horizontal force will be acting towards C will be clockwise like this. Okay. Therefore, I am taking in the clockwise side, which is HD into 4. Again, anti-clockwise moments are, one will be 9.76, another one will be 4.88. Again, if you simplify this one directly, you will get the 3.66 value directly. So no need to confuse whether we have to take the negative symbols or not. So you can solve again in the same way. If there will be any horizontal forces acting here on a column with some force into distance, again you can take down, that is also acting in the clockwise moment side, which is plus P into that distance, force into distance. Again send this side, simplify, you will get HD value directly. So always prefer general procedure for sometimes. If they are not giving any horizontal forces on a column, you can directly go with the formula. So this is the procedure for finding horizontal reactions at A and D. After obtaining horizontal reactions at A and D, you will get some force which is called sway force. For this force, again we have to solve the problem by using sway analysis based on the column moments. So up to here, I hope you understand. So the remaining part will be continuing the next lecture. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you really like this video, please like this video, share it to your friends and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.